The top stories: members of parliament express optimistic views on the new president. And Ethiopia repatriates over 50 citizens from Lebanon. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to EBC World with me, Shifa Raulaka, and thank you for watching us. Now, various international and continental bodies have extended their congratulations to Ambassador Taye Asqaselase following his appointment as the President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. The United Nations in Ethiopia has praised the long-standing partnership between the UN and Ethiopia, reaffirming its commitment to supporting the country's development priorities and the Sustainable Development Goals. Additionally, Workneh Gabayehu, Executive Secretary of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, also congratulated the President. He acknowledged the contributions of the outgoing President Sahle-Work Zewde and expressed IGAD's dedication to enhancing cooperation with Ethiopia on regional integration, peace, and development. Immediately after the new president's announcement, the AU also extended its congratulatory message yesterday. Now, the third edition of Pan-African Conference on Artificial Intelligence has officially been launched, with Deputy Prime Minister Tamaskun Truna and numerous high-ranking officials in attendance, including the President of the Federal Supreme Court, Theodros Merat, and Worku Gachena, Director General of the Ethiopian Artificial Intelligence Institute. In his keynote address, Deputy Prime Minister Tamaskun emphasized that Africa is not just a passive consumer of technology, but is ready to take the lead in shaping global advancements. The Deputy Prime Minister stated that the conference represents Africa's technological achievement and is vital for the continent's AI development. Calling for unity through the spirit of Ubuntu, I am because we are, he stressed the importance of prioritizing community, ethics, and shared prosperity in AI initiatives. Tamaskun reaffirmed Ethiopia's commitment to advancing artificial intelligence across the continent to drive universal development. The conference features various research presentations that highlight the impact and applications of AI in multiple sectors. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ethiopia, in partnership with the Ministry of Women and Social Affairs and the Ethiopian Disaster Risk Management Commission, has successfully facilitated the safe return of 51 Ethiopians from Lebanon, where they had been facing challenging conditions. The returnees arrived at Bole International Airport on October 7, 2024, and were warmly welcomed by senior officials from various government agencies. Ambassador Nebiat Getachew, the spokesperson for the ministry, emphasized that this return underscores the government's commitment to the welfare of its citizens abroad. He stated, and I quote, "The Ministry of Foreign Affairs prioritizes citizen-centered diplomacy, focusing on the well-being of Ethiopians in Lebanon. The successful repatriation of these individuals is a direct result of our dedicated efforts. The Ethiopian government remains committed to ensuring the safety and security of all its citizens, both domestically and internationally. The ministry reaffirmed collaborative initiatives with partner organizations will continue to support the repatriation of Ethiopians facing difficulties in other countries."
looks like going over the edge. Imagine that. This is the very start of where that waterfall starts to really go. And now this is the other. This is maps showing you around when you first get in. And then there's a...
Somehow I am at the biggest Gara wall, completely by luck, over 3
And now moving to stories selected for detailed analysis during the opening session of the 6th House of People's Representatives and the 4th year of the House of Federation joint meeting. The Ethiopian Parliament nominated Ambassador Taye Asqeslasse as the country's president, receiving a majority vote with 5 abstentions. In his inaugural speech, the president emphasized several key points, particularly the importance of fostering peace. He assured that the government is dedicated to promoting peaceful coexistence to heal past wounds. And this is a sentiment echoed by members of the parliament. Tigsternesa reports.
On Monday, joint opening session of the House of People's Representatives in the House of Federation approved Ambassador Taye Asqeslasse as the country's president with 5 abstains in majority vote. Approached by ABC World, Member of Parliaments, stressing their welcome to the newly appointed president, disclosed that a peaceful power transition is something other African countries can learn from.
Peaceful power transition has not been witnessed in most countries in Africa, but seeing this today is interesting. It has been 6 years since we started to manifest such transition, and today, seeing them excitedly exchanging the constitution is so exemplary.
Going forward, in his first speech, the president raised multiple issues, specifically giving peace a chance, that government is committed for a peaceful coexistence in order to heal past wounds has been a direction to follow suit, says Member of Parliament.
In his speech, the president mentioned multiple issues such as economic, social, achieving and completion of various projects, most of all giving peace a chance. He says a lot needs to be done from the government and the public altogether. Besides, the president also commended Ethiopians for their relentless effort in building the GERD.
Commending the outgoing president Sahle-Work Zewde for her heroic and impactful leadership during her 6-year tenure of office as president, including Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and chairperson of the African Union Musa Faki Mohammed, welcomed the incoming president Taye Asqeslasse.
Ethiopia and China are urged to collaborate on future cooperation under the Road and Belt Initiative and modernization efforts. In an interview with EBC World, China's ambassador to Ethiopia, Chen Hai, highlighted that Ethiopia's stride toward modernization across various sectors will lead to high-quality development. Hikma Tamam has the following report.
China has been advancing its modernization with its high-quality development as it is expected to benefit the cooperation with Ethiopia in particular. Ethiopia is also going through the path of modernization in different sectors besides joining hands with other developed countries like China. Talking to ABC World, Chinese ambassador to Ethiopia, Chen Hai, mentioned the infrastructure resources that can lead to a better modernization by strengthening ties with the country. He urged that the two countries need to combine their efforts to work on road, railway, power plants under the Belt and Road Initiative.
Infrastructure, not only in Ethiopia but in the whole continent of Africa, is crucial for the modernization. So I believe that for the infrastructure cooperation, China and Ethiopia should join our hands. And we have many things to do. China has capital, technology, and advanced skills, and Ethiopia has very rich human resources, and the basis for the infrastructure we can develop not only to modernize, not only the railway, but also roads, and power plants, and etc. I believe that the future of the cooperation under the umbrella of the Belt and Road has tremendous potential.
The ambassador kept on saying that Ethiopia's membership in BRICS and Global South should further enhance cooperation with China, adding that his country encourages high-level investments in Ethiopia.
Ethiopia is a promising land of development and cooperation. China is a very strong supporter to Ethiopia's modernization, and we are both the major countries of Global South and also the members of BRICS. We should push forward the economic and trade cooperation, and Chinese government encourage more businessmen and companies to invest in Ethiopia. And Ethiopia is facing a very good chance to shift the industrial production capacity from mainland China to Ethiopia. And also the modernization of agriculture is also essential for Ethiopia.
China is seen as a key player in Ethiopia's development path, standing as an investor through its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative and the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation.
And finally, an Ethiopian-American artist, Yadesa Bojam, urges fellow Africans to reveal the true story of Africa through their art. In an interview with EBC World's Artist Dialogue, he also highlighted the need for peace and unity to promote tourism destinations in Ethiopia. Shogai Mato has more on that.
After the Organization of African Unity was transferred into African Union in 2002, and the leaders decided the African Union flag representations of the bright future of the continent, the leaders were looking for the design of the new flag. In 2010, Ethiopian-American artist and graphic designer Yadesa Bojam rose to international acclaim when his design was chosen for the African Union flag. The flag features a green background symbolizing the hope of Africa and 55 gold stars representing the member states. In an interview with ABC World Artist Dialogue, Yadesa Bojam recalled that when designing the flag, he wanted to ensure all African countries were represented and that they would have a say in important decisions related to the design.
What I added, the ray and the new dawn Africa, the hope that I have for the starting of African Renaissance, where we think to succeed, to work hard and succeed, and Africans can make their own decision, can build their own legacy, and live their own better world. And as you already know, sadly, due to colonization and histories that before that, Africa was subjugated to something that we don't want. And we're breaking out of that chain, and now the arrows show how important it is for us to work hard and shine bright. And so that's what's included. And Africa is actually depicted the way it's supposed to be, with all its islands and with all the important parts of Africa, because every Africa matters.
Yadesa encouraged artists to use art to shift from skewed African narratives to accurate ones.
As an artist, we need to work hard in actually disproving some of the things that's out there that they left. For example, living in a Western country, you'll see and hear a lot of things that Africa is not really is about, right? So you'll say, oh, African countries are not, like, they don't even know, like, how fast Africa is growing. So we are responsible to show that, because art have a power of penetrating communities that are close to other people. So an artist have this integral and important responsibility to communicate that.
The artist who came to Ethiopia following the call to visit Ethiopia campaign highlighted the importance of peace and security for promoting tourism across the country and urged artists to depict peace in their artwork.
Peace is very important for that tourism. So what we are talking about right now is trying to encourage, especially as an artist, how important peace is important to us. And one of the powerful way of showing peace is actually using art. And artists, the presence of art is the presence of peace. And the lack thereof is basically the lack of peace. So we need to encourage young people to be participating in being artistic and showing their identity and their places so they can actually create the sense of security and peace to the visitors when they came in.
The artist called on all Ethiopians to embrace peace and unity to promote tourism destinations to foreigners, highlighting the nation's rich cultural heritage.
Well, the viewers, you have been watching ABC World. Now a quick recap of the top stories. Members of Parliament express optimistic views on the new president. And Ethiopia repatriates over 50 citizens from Lebanon. And with that, we come to the end of today's news. Thank you for watching us.